Presentation 2, Enemies of Sleep. What is sleep? Presentation 1 explored the different phases that occur during sleep and how the hormones melatonin and cortisol influence when we sleep. Enemies of sleep. This presentation explores the many factors that contribute to not getting enough sleep. These include attitudes to sleep, behavioural choices, environmental influences, routine and stress. Attitudes to sleep. In our modern world, sleep tends not to be valued. Adults often boast about getting by on the fewest number of hours sleep a night. Staying up late is portrayed as a positive social event, and the time of bedtime often marks the status of an individual in the home and community. It is therefore not surprising that children quickly learn to view sleep as a negative thing that is forced upon them each day. Few children are taught and understand how sleep is essential for learning, well-being and health. Behaviour choices. As adults, we often prioritise other activities over sleep. For example, staying up late to watch TV, catching up with work and chores, social media, socialising and going out. And in the morning, we might prioritise leaving for work early. Children will also prioritise other activities over sleep, staying up to see the end of a TV show or film, doing some last-minute homework, perhaps going out for clubs and other activities, using social media and playing computer games, and some children will read as well quite late. Environmental factors. Presentation 1 explained how we feel sleepy as a result of the hormone melatonin, also how light levels can affect its release. In our homes, we often have bright modern lights to illuminate our rooms. These fool our brain into thinking it is still daytime, significantly reducing the amount of melatonin that our body produces. Body temperature can also affect the quality of sleep we experience. The temperature that we may want when we sit down watching TV or reading is often too warm for sleeping. Upstairs bedrooms can often be warmer than downstairs rooms. Equally, cold drafts can also make sleeping very challenging. Our breathing rate increases during REM sleep as our active brain demands more oxygen. When windows and doors to bedrooms are shut, they can become stuffy with less oxygen and more carbon dioxide than is ideal for quality sleep. During the summer months, our body clock can be affected by longer daylight hours. This can make bedtime routines difficult as dusk usually triggers release of melatonin to make us feel sleepy. Equally, early morning light may trigger us to wake up sooner. Routine. Though our body clocks may vary over the seasons of the year, in practical terms, it is the same from day to day. Our body clock may want us to go to sleep just after dusk, but in our modern world, bedtime is determined by local time and set by social and cultural values. So instead of responding to our circadian rhythm, we choose when we will go to sleep, and mostly we choose to go to bed later. This isn't necessarily a problem if bedtime is consistent. However, for lots of reasons, bedtime tends to vary, particularly between school nights and weekends, and this disrupts the sleep pattern. Stress. Though some research indicates that a little stress may have some positive benefits, on the whole, stress is bad for our long-term health and well-being. One way in which stress negatively affects us is its effect on sleep. In presentation 1, the role that the hormone cortisol plays in our circadian rhythm was explored, namely waking us up, making us alert and able to deal with the challenges of the day. As part of this daily rhythm, cortisol levels naturally peak around dawn and then gradually reduce throughout the day. However, when we experience a situation in which we get angry, frustrated, frightened or anxious, our bodies pump out extra cortisol. This cortisol can be useful for dealing with a real emergency where you need to take some appropriate action. But most of the time, this cortisol has been released as a result of non-emergency stresses. Non-emergency stresses may include embarrassment or anxiety at not having done something, being late, in the wrong or told off, etc. Social anxiety or problems with peers. It may involve watching a favourite team play an important match, playing a computer game, or it could be something more serious like cyberbullying. Stress, through its release of cortisol and other hormones, can disrupt the onset of sleep. Also, when we become preoccupied with an anxious situation and dwell on it in our minds, our negative thoughts can continue to cause the release of stress hormones. Thank you for watching this presentation. If you found it helpful, please consider becoming a channel subscriber. It is free and it helps raise the profile of the channel, and you will be the first to know when new resources are released.